Sentry deployed.
Movement 360 degrees. Vaya con Dios, Marines. Fireteam, I got seismic tremors. Something big's coming.
The mother of the mutant brood.
Reaper, a new one!
Queen is bolting. Perhaps you can knock loose sections of chitin.
Kick out her armor, Fireteam!
Bypassing damage.
You have made a gap in her chitin.
Bypassing damage.
Catching up! don't have to demolish this ruin, because we need to understand what happened here.
I heard you got some Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Oh? It could imply the engineers did this themselves. If it was a quake or some third party, the same would have happened to the heads at the main ruins. Cynthia's site, too. Oh, a scan? Great. I've been thinking about the corpses we found down there. By size and form, they're engineers. But mutated beyond recognition. Your data confirms the bodies are 2 millennia old. Fossilized. At first I thought maybe we're seeing a lab accident, somebody spilled pathogen. But the corpses don't have any protective equipment. Those elephant suits. And the ruin we found them in doesn't seem like a lab. It's all stone. None of the metal we saw at Site 2. Why were so many of them packed into one locked room? There's something about those ash shadows on the walls that really bothers me.
I understand you scanned the remains of a brute on a recent mission. May I examine your data? They are a particularly resilient mutation. You doubtless noticed its arms. Rather than hands, they end in clumps of dense biomass, used to batter prey. You may have been too occupied to notice brutes lack a tail. Colonel Ship hypothesizes it was lost due to the creature's method of locomotion. Without fingers, it cannot move along walls and ceilings, so it no longer requires a counterbalance. This is mere speculation, of course. We know little at this point. These mutations can leap quite astonishing distances. The impact is sufficient to drive their prey to the ground and knock down those nearby. There are many unanswered questions about the mutant queen. How did she come to be? Was she exposed to pathogen as an adult by a mutant invading her sanctum at Palace Station? Or perhaps the mutant brood stole a rare queen burster egg and raised it themselves. It is clear she played no role in the proliferation of the mutants. We saw no eggs, and no sign she ever possessed an egg sac. Her role seems limited to leadership, directing her brood against the non-mutated xenomorphs. It is interesting she developed a full-body armored carapace, beyond that of a Praetorian. We are fortunate to have encountered her in a molting phase, when sections of this protective chitin could be more easily shut off.
We thought we had the pathogen contained at Site 2. Who knows how many other ruins are crammed with that shit? Why the hell did the engineers have so much? If those bastards are still floating around out there, me and them are gonna have words. We ran into a new species today. You made those fuckers extinct before they could become a capital P problem. I don't think we got a medal for that, but only because nobody's done it. Fucking badass. Weyland Yutani hasn't showed up to reclaim LV-895 yet, but they're due. A ready response team with a good FTL drive could be here in days. Between you, me, and the bulkhead? A couple weeks back, Colonel Ship sent a full report to HQ. And everything we found, what the company was trying to pull, and details on the engineers. We won't get a response for at least another week, but $5 says heads are exploding back home. You pulled a scan off one of those corpses? Let me... Shit, this confirms it. What we've got down there is a swarm of xenomorphs mutated by that pathogen shit. Damn it. That ain't so good. Regular xenos are murder. Pathogen makes everything weirder, madder, and less likely to know they oughta drop dead when you shoot them. Doc Honecker said his team used pathogen on xenos, injecting it in facehuggers. Remember Monica back on Katanga? Yeah, she was the least deadly of those. There's a shitload of mutants down there. Where'd the bugs get into that much pathogen? Or does it spread from one xeno to another? Like... Que carajo, is that smell you? Oh, I bet it's from the spore pods in the mutant hive. I overheard Ship talking about them. She said the mutant xenos are growing fungus in that goop they spew all over. Probably a local species, maybe a mutation of something from Pala Station. Then she said 200 some kinds of ant race fungus in their hives, and kind of blanked when she started rattling off Latin names. Look, all you need to know is some of the fungus down there bursts into spores if you get too close. Decontaminate before you shower. Who knows what that shit will do in our plumbing? I love playing poker with you and me both. Let's do this.